Hi everyone. So today I am going to show you how to work with ShapeTweens in After Effects so you can kind of create organic flowing movement, and you can manipulate a shape and cause it to morph in between keyframes instead of moving it, up or down or across the page. It stays in one spot, but it changes shape. So we are going to be working on that. I'm using this lava lamp animation that I'm working on as an example because of this animation, I have learned a lot about it. So here we go. Lamp design, I want it to be underneath the base and the top here. So I'm going to go ahead and move it down. And then with the pen tool selected, I'm going to come in and kind of create just this loose, flowy lava shape. And we're going to use this to kind of make it move. What happened? Sorry about that. So what we're going to do is the first thing I'm going to show you about is this little vertex right here. It's got a double square on it. This is what they call the first vertex. So because it's the tallest, they go ahead and auto-select this one. So the main thing with ShapeTweens is you always want your first vertex to be the same one. So we're going to go ahead and make this my first vertex. And so what you do is you have to make sure that you are selected on path 1 in this drop down right here, but just path 1. And then with the selection tool, you come in and select it, and then you right click, mask and shape path, set first vertex. So that's going to be my main one that we're working with. So we're going to come down here underneath all these drop downs. Under path 1, there's a little stopwatch. So we're going to click that, and that's going to create our first keyframe. It's going to lock this in as the first one. So we're going to move this just a little bit, and then again with just path 1 selected and the selection tool, we're going to come in and start moving around these vertex, and we're going to create a new shape. And just like that, we move the playhead around and we can watch After Effects kind of create this transition and flow of the lava. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to move the playhead just a little bit again, and we're going to go into Illustrator. And in here you can see I've created all the different steps that I want the lava to take as it flows through the top. So I'm going to do it wrong so that you can see some of the errors that you're going to have, and then I'm going to teach you how to do it right. So if you already know what errors you're having, you can skip ahead a little bit. So I'm just going to copy this over and paste it directly on here. So the first error is you just throw it in there and you have two shapes on your layer and it makes them both go away. And that's because when you're doing ShapeTweens, you can only have one shape per layer or it messes everything up. So you want to make sure that you're pasting onto this exact path where the stopwatch and the keyframes are. So we're going to paste it and it's going to throw it up there. So we're going to bring it down here. And then we see it has this lovely issue of flopping and turning and doing all of these things. So the main reason that it does that is you can see over here, it made our first vertex jump all the way to the other side. So we can go ahead on here, and again with just path 1 selected, you click on one, right click, mask shape path, set first vertex. So that gets rid of some of the flipping. Now it's only flipping up and down instead of across the animation. But the reason that it's flipping up and down like that is because when you have your first vertex, it labels all of the points in a certain direction. And unless you change a setting in Illustrator, it's going to reverse the direction of the paths that you have. So we're going to show you how to fix that. So we go into Illustrator, and you click on the shape, and then you right click, make compound path. And then with that selected, you come over here, and right now it's got reverse path direction off. So you're going to want to change that to reverse path direction on. And that way, when you copy it over from Illustrator, it'll reverse the direction to match what's in After Effects. So we're going to copy this and paste it over. I'm going to delete the messed up one. We're going to paste it. See, I make that mistake all the time. So we're going to paste it. We're going to bring it back down here. And again, it switched up our vertex on us. So with just path 1 selected, I'm going to click on that. And then right click, set first vertex. And as you can see, it's still moving, but it's not flipping anymore, which is what we want. So the third reason it's doing weird things and moving is you can see with this shape, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vertices. And in this shape, I have a lot more than that. There's a couple double over here. So in between, it adds in all of these vertices, which makes it just jump and do weird things. So luckily, it actually kind of worked out in this one. It doesn't look too bad. But if you do have that problem, all you have to do is come in and select one and then delete it, which can make it tiresome, but your shape tween will always work out better if it has the same amount of vertices in between each shape. So I'm going to fast forward through this part, but I'm going to cut down my vertices to match the shape before it. Alright, so now that I've deleted it, the only thing that we're having an issue with now is that jump is kind of weird. So basically all you have to do with that is we want this point to stay up there. So we're just going to go tell it to be up there at this keyframe, and we're going to tell it to be down here at this keyframe. And so now it'll flow a lot easier and it'll make a little bit more sense. So that is the basics of ShapeTweens. If you guys stay tuned on my YouTube channel, I am going to create a full animation for my 48-hour art check with this lava lamp, where it'll have lava floating up to the top, and we're going to use it as our intro video for our 48-hour art check, which you should check those out too. So thanks for watching.